Welcome to Keep It Pro Training Call, brought to you by Networking with. Romacio Fulcher is a well-respected international leader, trainer, coach, and much sought-after mentor. He is a highly successful entrepreneur with 750,000 people globally in his network, and he has accomplished over $1 billion in sales. Romacio is a top leader and a top earner. He's a top 50 worldwide earner in MLM. At a tender age of his 25 years young, Romacio earned his first $1 million. He's now a multimillionaire and has helped countless individuals. This man knows how to make money, and he knows how to make money fast. What we all love about Romacio is his love for God and for mankind. He enjoys having fun and sharing his wisdom. He's a millionaire mentor, leader of leaders, and coach of coaches. Without further ado, I introduce to some and present to others our mentor and friend, the California kid, the marketplace minister, Mr. Romacio Fulcher. Romacio, have you joined us? Romacio, can you hear me? Have you joined us?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Loud and clear.
All righty. Thank you so much. Let me mute the lines here. Give me one. All righty. Thank you so much, Monique, for being our host. Do me a favor. Send me a text message just to let me know that you guys can hear me okay. I think they changed some of the promptings on the call here as far as muting. So I believe I've got everybody muted. I hope I didn't mute myself. So if you can, send me a text message just to let me know that I'm coming through quite clear. All righty. Looks like I got your message. All right, guys. Well, listen, I'm excited to be here with you guys. We're back again with another edition of the Network Pro Keep It Training Call. I'm really excited to be here with you guys. We are actually continuing a series that I'm having so much fun diving into, and that is our series entitled Massive Action. So if you are a first-timer listening in, or maybe you're back again for some of the same stew that you had last week, we're glad to have you on this call. As you heard, we talk about two things. Number one, we teach you the specific skills that you need to get to the very top of whatever business company that you're promoting. But number two, we teach you life skills as well. You always hear us say that as you grow, your business will follow you. As you grow, your business will grow. So, guys, I'm really excited. This is going to be a short call. I don't want to delay. I want to jump right in to continuing the series entitled Massive Action. Today is part 4 of that. So if you're just jumping on, I want to encourage you to go back and listen to part 3, 2, and part 1. I promise you it will serve you well. This call that we do, guys, is literally uplifting. It's very positive, and it's very, very helpful for any entrepreneur. If you've got an entrepreneurial bone in your body, you're trying to figure this thing out, this is definitely an awesome platform for you to join into every Sunday, same number, same time, to be able to get some pearls of wisdom. We never talk about stuff that I read in a book. We don't talk about stuff that I heard. We only teach the things that I know, things that I do, things that I know that have worked. So you're listening to a proven success and someone who's walked the walk while talking the talk, okay? Now, I want to pick back up where we left off last week on massive action. Guys, this is one of my favorite things to talk about. As I said moments ago, the call is not going to be very, very long today because I have a very simple sentence that I want all of you to write down. I don't care who you are. You know, I know some of you have probably, you got a lot of things on your mind. You're trying to figure out how to rank advance in your company. Some of you are trying to figure out how to accomplish some goals and dreams. Some of you are trying to figure out what to do with health, with relationships, with, you know, some of you are literally trying to figure everything out. Finances, you know, everybody's trying to figure something out. let me give you a sentence that has served me very, very well in business. It served me very, very well. Now, remember, guys, I've been an entrepreneur since I was 17 years young. I'm 42, and so I've only had maybe a job or for just a small season, so I really don't know a tremendous amount about working for someone because I've never lived there quite too long. But so what I'm about to tell you is something that not only have I done it, do I do it, I live by it. I live by it, okay? I live by it. And sometimes the most brilliant things that are quite simple. Sometimes the most brilliant things are very, very simple. With that, I want you to write this down. High activity cures all your problems. High activity cures all your problems. High activity cures all. High activity. High activity. I want to take you back to a spiritual place first, and then we'll bring it back to the natural. The Bible talks about an idle mind is the devil's workshop. Idle. What does idle mean? It means sitting still, don't really got a lot going on, no sense of purpose, just kind of going in circles. You know what I mean? Idle. An idle mind is the devil's workshop. Let's talk about the devil. What do you mean? The devil loves to get into the details. The devil loves to get into the details. Well, you see, girl, it's never going to happen for you. Well, you see, girl, it's never going to happen for you. Well, you see, man, it's never going to happen for you. You know, let me tell you why. And the devil begins to play tricks on your mind with 1,000 reasons for why it's not going to happen. Notice what I said, 1,000 reasons. So if you are in a season right now where you're waiting on something that's been promised to you, something that you know you've wanted, you know you've been praying for, you know you've been working towards. If that's you, whether it's finances, relationship, health, whatever it is, if there's something you've been waiting on, okay, I want you to understand that the devil, an idle mind, is the devil's workshop because the devil loves to play in the details. All right? So now let's bring that to right now, real world, right? There you are, you're waiting on something positive to happen to you. And you look, you know what that thing is. You know what it is that you're waiting on. All right? Well, if you're idle, if you're just sitting there just waiting, that's you got to be careful with that. You got to be really careful because how you wait determines how long you wait. One more time. How you wait will determine how long you wait. And so the reason why I love this series, because it's about action. It's about taking action, massive action. And from a spiritual perspective, it always teaches us to keep moving, keep moving. God never stops moving. He keeps moving. And we were created in his image, so it's very important for you to keep moving. Now, what I've learned and what I've noticed is that high activity, ironically, it cures all of your problems. Remember moments ago we talked about how you wait will determine how long you wait. So I want you to connect this, guys. This is a really simple but profound point that I want all of you to get it, and I want you to do it. High activity, it cures all the problems. It cures everything. So if we know that how we wait will determine how long we have to wait, so then my question to all of you is, how are you waiting? Are you waiting with anxious anxiety? Are you waiting frustrated? Are you waiting, just not doing much? What I'm suggesting is literally high activity. Do high activity towards what it is you want. Not a little bit. I'm telling you, high activity cures all. If you're broke, high activity cures it. If you're frustrated, high activity cures it. If you're feeling insecure, not good enough, high activity cures it. If you're unsure if you're going to make it, high activity cures it. Now, let me explain to you why high activity works. I want you to understand it's not something I made up, okay? I want you to understand it's not something that I made up. High activity is extremely important. One of the things that we learn from the Bible one of the things that we learn is that faith without works is dead. So let's talk about that in the natural. Many people, I believe, right? They talk about how much they believe it, but when you look at their works, there's no movement. There's no work. There's no works towards the thing that they say that they're believing for. And then they wonder, I believe, and I'm not sure if I believe. And all of a sudden, they start to lose the faith. Why do they lose the faith? Oftentimes, it's because there's not much work behind the faith. All right? So, again, the Bible says, it teaches us, faith without works is absolutely dead. So, in other words, it's of no avail. It's of no use to sit there and talk about how much you believe, but then you don't put any work towards what you believe. Now, hold on a second here, guys. I'm not just talking about network marketing. Please don't reduce this massive conversation to something so small. No. This applies to everything. We can take it to relationships. We can take it to health. We can take it to spirituality. We can take it to business. We can take it to family. Wherever you want to go, this principle applies to everything that we're talking about. Faith without works is dead. Once again, is the reason why I love the title of this series, Massive Action. And the sentence I want you to write down, I want you to just plaster that everywhere in your house. I want you to put a little index card in your wallet, tape it to your steering wheel, because I know this journey that we're all on, we have many thoughts that come through our minds, some good and some bad, right? And we're looking for answers because we're human. We want to know, well, how do I get up there? How do I make it happen? What do I need to do? And I'm giving you the simple answer. High activity cures all your problems. High activity. Now, there's something I'm not telling you, and I want you to discover it for yourself. It's when you take high activity, when you actually do it, you're going to learn what I'm not telling you. There's a surprise waiting for you. And you can only get this surprise if you're taking high activity towards what you want. High activity. High activity towards what you want. I'm just telling you, I've seen this work for me time and time and time again, season after season after season. And that's why I'm so glad that I love to work. I'm so glad I'm not afraid to work. Man, you don't understand. I fall to my knees. I throw my hands up in the air, and I say, thank you, Lord. I thank you that I have a spirit that I'm willing to work. Thank you that I'm not afraid to work. You know why? Because faith without the works, man, it's just you'll be waiting forever. It's like wishing on a star. And so this series that we're talking about around massive action, I want to leave you with a few things today. I want to ask you some questions. I want you to put before you right now, what is that thing that you're waiting on? What is that thing that you're in pursuit of? What is it? And I'm calling it a thing, to encompass everyone who's listening, both those of you listening live and all of you that are listening to the replay. What specifically is that thing? What is it? What is it that you're pursuing, you're waiting for, you're expecting to happen for you? What is it? Do me a favor, write it down right now. Write it down. Grab a piece of paper. Just write it down real quick. You don't have to write it in some fancy sentence. You can just abbreviate it. You know what you're talking about. Now answer this question. Over the last 7 days, have you taken high activity towards that goal? Matter of fact, I want you to put it right in front of your face. Write down real quickly, what specific actions have you taken towards that goal? That thing that you're waiting on. Whatever it is. See, I'm going to show you how. I'm going to prove to you this will work for you. What specific activity have you done over the last 7 days? Now, let me tell you why we're doing this exercise. Because a lot of times people say, I am doing high activity. Well, I want you to write it down. since you're doing high activity, write specifically on a piece of paper right now, what have you done over the last 7 days towards what it is that you're expecting? And then let me ask you this question. I'll let you be the judge. Based on what you wrote down, do you consider that high activity? If you do, fantastic. If you don't, now you see what the problem is. Now you've diagnosed the problem. High activity cures all your problems. And even though I sound really good telling you this, you won't really believe what I'm telling you until you actually do it and you experience it for yourself. So I want to encourage you guys, do it, do it, do it. High activity cures all your problems. I've discovered so many breakthroughs in my life just because of the simple characteristic trait of being persistent. Just taking high activity. I love what a good friend of mine, Eric Worre, says. He says, anytime you have anything that you want to accomplish that's, out of the norm, or anything that you've never done before, and you just, it's really simple. It's 3 things. Number 1 is say yes. Number 2 is go tell the world. And number 3 is figure it out. Say yes, go tell the world, and figure it out. And that's his recipe for how he's gotten to where he is in life. And he's done some pretty amazing things. And I'm just, once again, saying it in a different way. High activity cures all your problems. See, most of us, we ponder, we pontificate, we want to sit there and really think it over and we never really get out of first gear. And we allow every distraction to come into our life to prevent us from really taking action. And I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. God will only bless what you do. God will only respond to the measure of your faith. We talked about this last week, guys. If you're listening to my voice and you didn't hear last week's call, go back and listen to it. God will only respond to the measure of your faith. And this is why I'm giving you a simple sentence: high activity cures all. So some of you have big dreams, big goals, big things you want. But I'm asking you, are you taking high activity, or are you dibbling and dabbling? High activity is the missing link. That's it. That's what's missing. See, if you do your part, I promise you, the universe will do its part. If you just do your part, I promise you. It works for everybody. It's not just for black people, white people, Asians, Hispanics. It's for all people, regardless of even if you don't believe in God. These principles work. So again, let's rewind. Look at your paper. And again, have you written down what is the thing that you're waiting on, the thing that you're expecting to happen for you, whatever that is? What is it? And answer this question. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Do you truly believe that faith without works is dead? Do you truly believe, according to what God said, that faith without works is dead? Do you believe it? Yes or no? Second question. Do you truly believe that high activity cures all your problems? Action. You're talking about high activity. And my third and final question is, over the last 7 days, have you taken high activity towards what you want? If you haven't, no sense in crying over the milk that's already spilled. This is what I want you to do over the next 7 days. I want you to write down, I want you to take high activity towards what it is you want for 7 days. Now, I know you got a job, you got a family, you got a lot of things going on in life. That's okay. I still want you to go ahead and write out a schedule, write out a routine that you're going to take over the next 7 days. I want you to experience this. I promise you. When you experience this, it's a breakthrough of all breakthroughs. If you got a recruiting problem, I could solve it for you in 7 days. It doesn't matter what it is. I could show you We can put the wheel in motion, the ball in motion, and breakthroughs begin to start happening in your life in just like that, instantly. Start happening instantly. But this can only happen for you if you're a part of the high activity crew. This can only happen for you if you're part of the massive action crew. See, this is not going to happen for you if you're just sitting there at the dock of the bay, waiting on the tides to roll away. No. It's not going to happen for you like that. If that's what you're doing, it's not going to happen. Massive action cures all your problems. That's it. So really what we're really talking about here is courage. Do you have the courage to take massive action towards what you want? Do you? Do you have the courage to take massive action towards what you want? Very simple call here today. This call is about action. It's about action. I'm wanting you to get up off of the couch. I'm wanting you to take action towards the thing that you really want. I want to show you how much God truly loves you. I want to show you how the thing that you've been praying for, hoping for, wanting, I want to show you it's there waiting for you, but it's waiting for you to step up. It's waiting for you to step up and take action. That's what it's waiting on. You know, the difference between you and your dream, you and the other people that are accomplishing their dreams, is two words: massive action. That's the difference. That's the difference. And I know many of you have heard stuff like this before, but isn't it ironic that nothing is changing because nothing changed from you? So when you change, everything will change. It's very, very simple. And when you realize that time is not going to stop. It's not going to wait. You know, time says, ready or not, here I come, right? So time is continuing to move on. And I want to see you start checking off some things on that list that you have. You know, that list of things that you want to accomplish before this life is over for you. Okay? And so I'm telling you, I want you to take this conversation whole today. It's very simple. It's not long-winded. It's very simple. It's direct and to the point. Massive action. High activity cures all of your problems. It cures everything. Again, before we go ahead and jump off this line, I want you to go ahead. Look at your list again. Look at your list. Look at your list. What steps, what high activity steps are you going to take over the next 7 days towards what it is that you want? What specific high activity steps are you going to take over the next 7 days towards what it is you want? One more time. What specific steps are you going to take over the next 7 days towards what it is that you're expecting? I firmly believe high activity cures all of your problems. I dare you to do exactly what I'm sharing with you to do today. I know it will work for you. This is what you jumped on this call for. If you're listening right now, or if you're listening to the replay, this is the answer to what it is you've been praying about. This is the answer. It all lies in you doing your part, and I promise you, God will do his part. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the California Kid. That wraps up the final edition of the Massive Action Series. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor, share this call with all the people you love and care for. Share it with them. It's free. Always remember, gifts are meant to share and not to keep. Hey, I'm the California Kid, guys. I'll see you guys all next Sunday. Thanks for listening. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.